So hello and welcome fellow owls to Galakras 10-man normal in the Siege of Orgrimmar raid. Now this is only the balanced raid guide, so if you're looking for the normal guide, the link is in the description. Just click it and it will take you there. Once again we're going to start off with talent, so I'm rolling with Incarnation and Nature's Vigil. There's a good reason for that. Incarnation, you need a big bloodlust, plus it's really good with, fights where you have more than one target. Because when you pop Incarnation and you dot stuff up and you have celestial alignment with it, it's gonna do a lot more damage. It's just gonna out DPS Force of Nature. And Nature's Vigil, we were 2 healing this. This is not our kill attempt. At the end I actually ended up switching to Resto. But in this attempt, we kind of felt that we don't really want to sacrifice 1 DPS for the last phase, but we still need a bit more healing, so that's why we chose Nature's Vigil. But you might go with, Heart of the Wild. It's not really that big of a deal. If you don't really care about sacrificing a bit of DPS for a while, you can go with Heart of the Wild. And this fight, Jesus Christ, this fight is hard for Boomkins. You will have to do so much more in order to be competitive with the other classes. If you have similar raid setup like we do, you can see an Elemental Shaman, Retribution Paladin, Arms Warrior, Frost Mage, Hunter. You have to do so much more in order to be competitive with these guys. It's ridiculous. For Shaman it might be, Chain Lightning and some other stuff. For you it's dotting, couple of these things and using mushrooms and doing this and doing that. And at the end I just ended up switching to Restoration because I didn't really felt like I'm contributing enough. And we actually killed it when I switched to Resto because we needed a bit of healing at the 3rd phase and we didn't really felt like we don't have enough DPS with 3 healers. But on this fight there are a couple of things you can do and that can help your group. So you're really good against things like the healing string totems and the banners. You can just tap target them and moonfire them. That's the fastest way to dispose of them, so do that. When someone's going up the tower, go with them, and when they enter the tower, use Stampeding Roar. They're gonna be up on the tower in no time, and the Drake will stop doing damage to the raid, and the archers as well. Towards the end of the fight, you will probably have to heal if you're there as a Boomkin, which, once again, it's not that bad, pop Tranquility or Heart of the Wild, or together, pop them together, the Tranquility will be really strong. In between waves, use Astral Communion to get into a pre-eclipsed state, and use mushrooms. I'm using mushrooms quite a bit because it's kind of free and you can detonate them whenever you want to. It does a bit of damage. And also, when there are no mobs and you have the archers on the towers or the drakes in the air, throw Rejuvenation on people. When you don't have anything to fight, just throw Rejuvenation. And generally try to get better, but it will take a lot in order for you to be competitive with the other classes. Anyway, I think I did not enjoy this boss because I didn't really learn it. I was just trying to focus on the important ads in general. So the ads that do the most damage, that heal raid and stuff like that. I didn't really AoE per se. I maybe cleaved with dots, but AoE like hurricaning, no, I just was not doing that. I might have ended up with higher DPS, but that's not what this channel is about. It's about doing as much DPS as you can while not being greedy, while not being a DPS horde. That's the worst thing you can do. I'm doing a lot of damage, but I'm not helping the raid. You might be actually hurting your raid when you're damaging the wrong targets. Because people will feel like, hey, this guy is low, so I should probably switch to him and kill him, and they will stop doing damage to the important mob. So what I generally tried to do was focus on the important ads, maybe cast an eclipsed dot on the rest of them, and just try to focus down the important ads. Try to help people with Stampeding Roar when they're going up the towers, and just heal towards the end. Use Innervate and throw Rejuve on people when they were getting low and when there was nothing to fight. But overall you will have to do a lot, but that doesn't mean you can't be on top of that recount. Okay, if you stick with it and if you try and learn it, you'll get better. I can promise that, because that's how it works. If you practice something long enough, you will just get better at it. That's how people work. So I did not do this boss very well. I'm not very proud of myself. My DPS is terrible, and I just want to give some tips that I think will be helpful. Just try to be useful. and I'm just sitting on the cannon because I was just like, Jesus Christ, my damage is so shit. I'm just gonna sit on the cannon. I just don't want to have to do anything with this fight. I just felt really bad after my performance. But that's what's gonna happen, and that's why we are here. We're trying to get better. Anyway, I hope this helped you, at least with something. Thank you for watching and listening, and I will see you next time. Bye bye.